So welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm going live from my Airbnb in Mexico, in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It's so nice out here. I really wish I could show you the outside, but there's so much construction. It's like 45 degrees on the balcony, so I don't want to be too sweaty, but definitely not complaining about that. So yeah, I hope everyone is good. I hope you're having a great day. And I just want to let you know that I'm really excited to be here with you guys today because we're going to talk about how you can land more listings through Instagram, even if you have no budget for ads. So I just want to start off by asking you guys a couple questions. First off, how many of you are sick and tired of posting on social media with no results? Does this sound like you? If so, you can type 1 in the chat. Now, how many of you would love to open your Instagram account and have a flood of messages from clients looking to work with you? How cool would that be? Type 1 in the chat. Yes, I love to see it. So now the last question, how many of you wish you could get real followers without needing to spend hours and hours creating content? Yes. Okay. I love to see it because I love, that's exactly why I created this webinar, Land More Listings with Zero Ad Spend through Instagram. And that is what we're talking about right now. But I just want to tell you that I totally understand the pain of spending hours creating content, posting it, and then nothing happens. I also understand not having enough time to create a post, let alone an entire month's worth of content. I know how daunting it can feel to even want to create content when you feel like you're just shouting into the void. I totally get it. When I first started, I knew social media was an amazing way to attract clients, but it felt so overwhelming. Except for I actually had to make it work because I had quit my 9 to 5 and moved to Thailand to teach English. And in Thailand, foreigners aren't allowed to do any other work aside from teaching English. I was only teaching 20 hours a week and I was living in a small rural village where no one else spoke English. So you can guess that I was pretty bored and I had a lot of time on my hands. I knew I wanted to do something productive and creative and also supplement my income. So my only options were really remote work and online work. And I was really attracted to online marketing. It just kind of felt natural for me and something I had a passion for. But at first I struggled with questions like, what kind of posts do I need to create? Does simply posting something every day work? How come I posted and literally nothing happened? Why aren't clients flocking to my DMs? But with a little hard work, I got my first gig and I couldn't believe it when the money hit my bank account. It was only $80, but it felt huge at the time. And that was totally the turning point. I got obsessed with digital marketing. And over the next few years, I went from a struggling freelancer to a highly specialized agency that understands the needs of real estate agents today. And when I say obsessed, I mean obsessed. I've invested over $40,000 on coaching and consulting for my business to help me understand how to attract clients on social media. And now I'm bringing everything I've learned here to you. So we all know the market is crazy. We all know the pandemic has caused massive labor shortage and long time delays that can be felt throughout. I know you guys have been working in overdrive, answering calls and emails at all hours of the day and night. I know you guys are writing offer after offer that isn't getting accepted because of fierce bidding wars. And I know how scarce listings are right now and how much competition there is. Sometimes it feels like for every one listing, there's 100 agents trying to get it. And you know what? It's true. There are 100 agents for every one listing. So how do you stand out from the crowd? How do you make sure that you are the agent that gets the listing? The answer is simple. You need to have a proper digital marketing strategy. You want to use Instagram in a way that your competitors are not. It's about maximizing your time and making sure your marketing is working for you. And that's exactly what you're here to learn in this masterclass. So we're going to go over a strategy that can work for all social media platforms. But today we are going to focus on Instagram because that is where the biggest opportunity is to stand out from the competition right now. So you're going to discover how to save time and have sellers come to you. You're also going to learn exactly how to build a following with zero ad spend. Plus, I'm giving you all of the tools you need to leverage Instagram to be the go-to agent in your market. Lastly, you're going to learn to leverage Instagram to build trust and attract a steady flow of clients. Doesn't that sound good? Type 1 in the chat. Okay, awesome. I'm so excited to teach you today and give you all of the tools you need to succeed. I promise I'm going to share with you as much as I can in the time we've got together today, but I also know that some of you are going to want some additional help and support to really accelerate your successes. So don't worry, I've got you handled. I got you covered because before we're wrapping up, I promise I'm going to take a few minutes to share with you how you can get that support and even how you can work with me to implement these strategies. Is that okay? So to make this super simple, I've broken the process down into 3 steps for leveraging Instagram to land more listings. Great. But before we get into it, grab your favorite drink, grab a notebook and pen, or open your Google Doc and turn off your phone. So we'll minimize distractions and get started. Okay. Are we ready? Amazing. Let's dive in. So step 1 is to have a solid content strategy. Why? Well, social media is about consistency and it's about showing up. If you don't show up on a regular basis, you'll see that your followers will drop off. You're not going to grow your followers with any new people. And you're probably going to kill some deals because when people Google you and they see that you're not active, they're going to move on to someone who is. I mean, we've all done it, right? If I type in a person's name or a business name on Google and I don't see a website or a Facebook or an Instagram, like I don't know anything about this business. I didn't get any information and I don't really want to like spend hours and hours trying to figure it out. So I'm just going to click on the first person I see on Google or the first Facebook or the first Instagram and try to get more information from there. So it's really no different. If you're not on social media, you're definitely killing deals. And this is really the only way to grow a following. If you want real followers and real leads, then you have to cultivate a following by showing up on a regular basis. And if you do it right, it's actually an inexpensive way to grow your know, like, trust factor, to build a following of potential clients and people who can refer you. And it's a great way to become well known with your target audience. So what I'm really telling you is that you need to post at least once a day to gain followers, build a reputable brand, and start to see real results. But it's not enough to just post because you also need to have great content. So great content is content that is valuable to your audience and content that your audience can engage with. For instance, if you only work with buyers, then you want to post things relevant to buyers. You wouldn't be talking about how to stage a home or what ads curb appeal for best selling. You'd be talking about things like new listings, mortgage updates, interest rates rising, anything that's valuable to sellers. You also want content that's entertaining. You need to have a little fun with your content and create content that people want to share with their friends and family. So it's important to let your personality shine through a little bit. But let's talk about how you can actually do this. Now, if this seems like a lot for you, don't worry, because I've got some free bonuses that we'll go over at the end to make it super easy for you. So stay tuned for that in just a little bit. But now the best way to create enough content to fill up an entire month is to use what we call content pillars. Content pillars are essentially 3 to 5 broad topics that become the umbrella for the rest of your content. For example, for real estate agents, you could use pillars such as market stats, neighborhood guides, new listings, and hard sell posts. So do you see how easy it can be? We went from having literally no idea what to post about to having 4 helpful categories to fall back on anytime we need help. Now, we can use these broad content pillars to narrow down and create even more engaging content. For instance, market stats is a great post to do monthly and quarterly. Let's say you're based in Montreal. You could focus on a specific neighborhood or talk about stats for the entire island. You can create eye-catching graphics or even just sit down and record a video of yourself talking about the statistics and the trends you're seeing. You can also use it to segue into tips on how to win out in a bidding war or how to make sure you don't overprice your home even in a seller's market. Another content pillar is neighborhood guides, and these ones are always so fun because there's so much you can do. Every week, you can feature a local business or a cool spot like a park or a place to rent kayaks or rent ice skates. Neighborhood guide posts are the best way to build authority in your specific area and let people know that you are the go-to expert when it comes to that community. It's also a great way to make valuable connections in your neighborhood, which can help you boost your referral business. And once again, these posts can be in the form of videos, and that can make it really easy. Like, imagine simply making a video where you take people on a tour of the area or interview the owner of a shop on camera. How would that position you with your target clients? Imagine if you always knew exactly what to post and that your content was engaging and it grew your audience. Can you see how this approach will not only bring in more clients, but also position you as the go-to agent in your market? So that wraps up step number 1, have a solid content strategy. And now we're going to dive into step number 2 for land more listings through Instagram, which is to be consistent. So Instagram and all social media really is very concerned with making sure people stay on their platform. In order to do that, they want only the best content to be shown in the newsfeed. So Instagram will only show your content to a small percentage of your followers at first to see how they respond. If this small segment engages with your content, then Instagram will show it to even more people. If the engagement continues to be strong, it gets broadcast even wider. So the takeaway is that to reach the most people, you need to get a good amount of engagement on each of your posts. Now, I do want to mention that Instagram has announced that they might be bringing back the chronological order in algorithm, which is literally amazing. And all small business owners everywhere are hoping this happens. But they did say that it would be optional and people have to opt into it. And right now it's only being tested in small segments. And I don't think it's come to Canada yet. So what I said before is still super important. The chronological order algorithm is exactly that. If I post something at 1 o'clock and then someone signs in at 1:05, they're most likely going to see my post because I posted it 5 minutes ago. And it really just helps a lot with reach and impressions. So imagine if you had like 200 followers and you post something at 1 o'clock and anyone who logs in gets to see it at like 1:05, 1:03, 1:10. Like that's a good amount of reach and engagement. But imagine you had 2,000 followers or 20,000 followers. If Instagram goes back to this chronological order algorithm, it will be huge. But for now, let's just focus on the current algorithm, which is it's only going to show a small percentage, your post to a small percentage. And then if it does well, it's going to go wider and wider. So just as a quick reminder too, engagement means likes, comments, shares, and saves. And getting higher engagement depends on several factors, but one of them is how often you post. So why is that? Because the more you communicate, the more your audience gets used to seeing your content, and the more they are likely to engage with you. If your audience is familiar with seeing you regularly on their feed, they don't have to remember who you are, what you do, why they followed you, or what you're posting about. By posting regularly, you eliminate the friction between you and your audience. So keep in mind that your followers are following hundreds, if not thousands of accounts. They don't necessarily who you are or what you do. But if you post regularly, then they don't have to produce this effort of remembering why your content is valuable for them. So let me give you a quick example. I got on an email list for a person who offered training around copywriting because of a freebie I wanted. And I actually stayed on that list for over a year before I ever purchased anything. At first, I wasn't interested in what he had to offer, so I was just, getting his emails, immediately deleting it. But because he consistently showed up in my inbox, one day I actually needed that swipe file that he was offering for cold emails. So who do you think I thought of when I needed to purchase that service? Boom, I bought from him. So the same is true of your audience. They might not need your service right this second, but if you consistently show up in their world, you are paving the way for future sales. Also remember, engagement is a two-way street. How do you feel when people comment on your social media posts? Amazing, right? A comment or any form of engagement is typically a sign that your audience loves your content. So it's important to reciprocate and respond to these interactions to keep up the momentum. The way that Instagram works is that the more engagement you create, the higher the chance people have of seeing your posts. By responding to and liking your followers' comments, you are increasing the post's chance of being seen by others. This is extremely important for the success of your business's Instagram. What's more, by replying to your followers on Instagram, it shows that you care about your audience, that your business is up to date with social media, and it lets your customers and potential customers know that you are there for them. Also, a quick trick, if you have the time or you have a virtual assistant, let's say you know you're going to be posting something at 11 a.m. At 10:45 or 10:30 or 10:50 in the morning, go and find a few relevant hashtags. So let's say you want to work with downsizers or home buyers, you can find a hashtag for downsizing or home buyers, and then find some relevant posts and comment 2 or 3 times on that post. And do it with people that aren't following you, because this way the algorithm, it kind of tricks the algorithm and it'll start to show your content to people that haven't seen it before, and it could just help your engagement. So it's just a little pro tip. If you have the time, but I do encourage it, or I do encourage outsourcing it, because it is a great way to trick the algorithm, let's say. And so for me though, proactive engagement is about more than just training the algorithm. It's about the intention of building relationships. You need to connect and support others who in turn support you. Plus, commenting or sending a DM doesn't require the creation of graphics, filming, editing, photos, videos, hashtag research. So it really eliminates a lot of excuses. And once again, by consistently showing up in their world, you're paving the way for future sales. But we hear it all the time. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. So in real terms, what does that mean? Well, it would be best if you posted and engaged with other posts every single day. However, the frequency I recommend is at least 3 to 5 times a week. I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, whoa, how will I post and engage with other posts 3 to 5 or even 7 times a week? I get it. It can be really overwhelming. So that's why I want to give you some amazing tools to help you create content as a thank you for coming today. So I've got 2 tools for you. The first is my content calendar template, and the second tool is my fully customizable Canva templates that you can use to create beautiful Instagram feeds. So this is the template I use to map out the topic of each post on each platform. It's a great way to stay organized on all your social media platforms in one spot. It's color-coded and super easy to use. You just have to copy and paste it each month and change the dates. You're absolutely gonna love this tool. And the second tool is my fully customizable Canva templates that you can use to create a beautiful Instagram feed. To use the template, you'll just need to sign up for a Canva account. It's completely free. And then you can use these templates with your own brand colors and fonts. You'll have a fantastic unified look to your social media that aligns with your brand, which we will talk about a little bit more later on. So I'm going to send these tools in an email right when this presentation is over. So keep your eyes peeled for that email. You don't want to miss out on the email and getting access to these amazing tools. So make sure you open the email right after this presentation. Now, imagine if you showed up every day on Instagram. That's like being at a networking event every single day. So imagine your content was reaching hundreds or thousands of potential clients. How would that affect the number of leads and listings you got? Being consistent on Instagram is like having 1,000 little marketing people building relationships and bringing you leads every single day. This is the key to those types of results. This is exactly what your business needs. Okay, so as a quick review, step 1 for land more listings through Instagram is to have a solid content strategy. And step number 2 for land more listings through Instagram is to be consistent and post 3 to 5 times a week. Just gonna check the chat real quick. Okay, perfect. All right, but before we dive into step number 3, I just want to say that this is a lot of work and I know it can feel overwhelming. As I said earlier, I know that some of you are gonna want some additional help and support to really accelerate your success. So don't worry, I've got you handled. That is why I actually offer this as a service, and I wanna show you how you can work directly with me to get the most out of Instagram without all the hassle. So working with me is for you if you want to leverage Instagram to reach hundreds of new prospects every week, but you don't want to spend hours online searching for the right people to connect with. This is also for you if you want to build a serious 7-figure agency by being more visible and actually engaging with your ideal clients online. This is also for you if you want to create a steady pipeline of sales without all the stress of not knowing where your next commission is going to come from. The bottom line is, if you want to land more listings and grow your agency without all the stress and hassle, then Instagram is where you want to be. And you're going to want to join my organic Instagram growth accelerator. This is a completely hands-off and hassle-free approach to gaining followers on Instagram. My team and I will help you leverage Instagram to increase sales and connect with ideal clients, while also increasing your visibility and attracting a community of fans. The way that this service works is we employ an engagement strategy that allows us to actually guarantee an increase of 400 followers in a month. And these are real, live human people. That way, you know that every piece of content you create is going to be placed in front of your potential clients. Like I said, this works so well that we guarantee you'll gain 100 followers in your first week, or we give you your money back. So I want you to do right now is go to my website and join the Instagram Organic Growth Accelerator for just $200 a month. And I'm going to put the website link in the chat for everyone here. So you just click on that. And it's already such a good deal. And we're guaranteeing the results. And if you click on the link and you sign up today, I have amazing additional bonus items for you. So these bonus items are a content strategy. Yes, a content strategy. This is my handy cheat sheet that will help you figure out what to post and act as your brand's game plan for driving leads, traffic, engagement, and sales through your content. Someone said they didn't get it, so sorry. Let me just put it back in the chat. There you go. So that's the link to sign up right now and get all these awesome bonuses. So the second bonus is an audit call. After 30 days, I will personally conduct an audit call with you to see how you're liking the service and where we can help you improve your Instagram even more. Lastly, I'm going to give you 21 tactics for engaging your target audience. I'm also throwing in all of the tricks that work for me and my clients to boost engagement on Instagram. So once again, the bonuses are content strategy valued at $200, an audit call valued at $500, and 21 tactics for engaging your target audience valued at $50. So that's $950 of total value included in this service. That's the value of 4.5 months that you're going to get for free. And you get all of that for just $200 a month. So you're really going to want to take advantage of this offer. So head to the website at the link in the chat right now and sign up so we can get started this week. And let me just check the chat to make sure. So Iris is asking if someone can reach out to her. So yes, we absolutely can. We will reach out to you afterwards. And you're also welcome to reach out to me through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, however, but we will follow up with you. No problem at all. So yeah, now that you know all about my service and how we can work together, I want to get into step 3. So the final step is what can luckily be the fun part for some of us. So the third step is to tie it all together with your branding and messaging. Here is where you need to make sure that all of your posts are branded and your messaging is consistent. It can be a confusing process for a lot of people because there are a lot of moving parts and you have to stay consistent. I totally get it because I was super lost at first too. And that's why I mapped out this incredibly easy 3-part process. So you're going to conduct an in-depth analysis, establish your unique value proposition, and create a style guide. So in the first step, the goal is to see how you can set yourself apart from your competition. You're going to do things like review your competitor websites, look at their search engine optimization, figure out their brand identities, what hashtags are they using, how does their overall feed look, what kind of advertising are they doing. This will inform you about who you are competing with for market share, how to differentiate your business, and what marketing strategies to employ. So don't skip this step because it will tell you what works and how you can be different. Now, part 2 is establish your unique value proposition. Your UVP is the core of all your marketing. It is why clients will want to work with you. The goal of this step is to find your unique positioning so you can stand out on Instagram. In this step, you want to identify things like your core philosophies, your mission statement, and your values. Identifying these items will allow you to pinpoint your brand's value proposition to the consumer. So what exactly do I mean by this? I mean, what makes you, you? You can start by asking yourself questions like, why should I work with you and not XYZ agent in my area? Why should I trust you to sell my home or help me find my dream home? You can also think about your strengths. Are you great at negotiating the price of a home? Do you have tricks that help sell homes for top dollar? Can you guarantee your response to every email in 24 hours? These are the types of things that set you apart, and we need to make sure that you communicate them clearly to your clients. And in my content strategy bonus, if you sign up for the service, I really break it down and it gets even more clear. So in the last part of this process, you're going to create a style guide. A style guide is going to help keep everything on the same page. It can help you stay on brand, whether you're personally posting or if you're outsourcing and getting help. Your style guide can encompass everything from the tone of voice you'll use to the color scheme you'll employ to the way you'll position your services. It will also help you avoid posting about things that don't relate to or enhance your brand. Every time you create a post for your business, you need to ask yourself, what does it mean for my company? Does it align with my message, or is it just something that would actually confuse my audience? Your style guide will help you stay cohesive, and you can even use it to do things like customize my bonus Canva templates to match the colors and fonts of your choosing. Okay, so those are the 3 parts you need to tie this all together. You need your branding and messaging. You need to conduct an in-depth competitor analysis, establish your unique value proposition, and create your style guide. So there you have it. Those are the 3 steps for using Instagram to land more listings. And more than that, this is the foundation of building a brand that truly represents you as a real estate agent. Ultimately, consistency contributes to brand recognition, which fuels customer loyalty. You should always see your brand as your promise to your clients, a promise that sets you apart from your competitors. Your brand is more than just your product, your logo, or your website. It's all about you and what you give to your clients. So let's do a quick review of some of the things we went over today. First, we talked about having a solid content strategy, which means you're creating content that's entertaining and authoritative and you're consistent with your posts. We also talked about how you need to engage with your audience in the form of comments, DMs, likes, and shares to maximize your reach and exposure. You also learned how the algorithm really works and some updates that are coming. So Instagram wants people on their platform. For them, the more hours you're spending on their app, the better it is. And no matter what algorithm they come up with, that will never, ever change. So that means the more engagement your content gets, the more people Instagram will show it to. And that means the more potential clients you get, which is more money in your pocket. Plus, you now understand the value of being consistent. And that means posting at least 3 to 5 times a week and having consistency in your brand. I do get clients that are like really skeptical or like hesitant. They don't want to feel like they're bothering their clients, but it's really not a bother. You're not literally calling them on the phone or knocking on their door. And if you think about it, good marketing is showing up every day. You look at commercials. People pay millions of dollars for commercials on TV, and they don't just show that commercial one time and then that's it. It's probably going to play like 10, 15 times during a 1 hour show, or at least like 3 times during a 1 hour show. So if you're just posting once a day, 5 days a week, you're really not bothering everyone. And that consistency is so important to getting results. And lastly, you learned the simple 3-step process to building a solid brand and tying all this information together. So we made it. I know it's a lot of information, but like I promised, I am here for you. And remember, you can get my seal of a deal for just $200 a month, and it's 100% risk-free because you'll get your money back if you don't reach 100 followers in a week. So just to be clear, this is for the first month of working with me. If you don't reach 100 followers in the first week or 400 followers in the first month, we will give you all your money back in the first 30 days of working with us. And I want to show you some of the results I've gotten for my clients. So this account we actually started a year ago, and you can see that we have over 7,000 followers in just 1 year. You can also see that in the past 14 days, so literally the past 14 days, we got 211 followers. So that's just over 100 followers per week. And then in the past 30 days, we got 634 followers. So that's more than 400 per month. Just quick water. All right. And then that client was so happy, excuse me, that they asked me to do another account for them. And this account we started literally a month ago. This account was launched February 1st. So you can see that we got 233 followers in the first 14 days. And that's over 100 per week. And then in the past month, which is like the only month that this account has been alive, we've got 581 followers. So that's obviously more than 400 in the month. And my clients are just so happy. And I'm so happy to be managing these accounts for them and getting the results that they want. So yeah, you can see that this process is a little bit time consuming, but my organic Instagram growth accelerator is the easiest, least time consuming way to leverage Instagram to reach hundreds of new prospects every week without spending hours online searching for the right people to connect with. It's also the easiest way to build a serious 7-figure agency by being more visible and actually engaging with your ideal clients online. And it's the easiest way to create a steady pipeline of sales without all the stress of not knowing where your next commission is going to come from. The bottom line is, if you want to land more listings and grow your agency without all the hassle and stress, then Instagram is where you want to be. And you're going to want to join my Instagram Growth Accelerator because you'll get all of these cool bonuses, the content strategy, the audit call, and 21 tactics for engagement. So don't wait and sign up at the website at the link in the chat, which I can send one last time just to be sure everyone sees it. There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the webinar and that you got a ton of value from the content. And now I just want to open the floor up to any questions. So does anyone have any questions? I'll just wait a couple of seconds here. Okay, so one of the main questions that I get is what's included in the Instagram Growth Accelerator. So I just want to make it clear that for $200 a month, we are growing your followers with real human beings who are targeted by age, gender, and location. So we're not creating any content for you. We're not, posting on your behalf. We're not doing the graphics or the copy, but we are making sure that everything that you're doing is going to be put in front of the eyes of potential clients that work for you. And yeah, so that's basically all that I really wanted to make clear. Also, sometimes people ask me if I do more than just grow followers. And of course we do. We do have a package where we do everything. We'll do lead generation, graphic design, email marketing, copywriting. So that's an additional service that I offer, and I'm happy to discuss that further. But I did say that this webinar was going to be 30 minutes, so we're right on the mark. I don't want to keep you guys too much. I know you're all busy. I know you all have work to do. So it's such a pleasure. I'm so happy you guys joined me today. And for whoever missed it, there will be a replay. So look out for the email. And don't forget to sign up for the $200 a month program. It's really a great way to get a taste of how well you can do on Instagram as a real estate agent. Thanks again and have a great, great day.